So I'm looking at Hikaru try to do this Ragnarok riddle, and I need to know what the rules are.
Great serpent Jormungandr emerged. It swallowed Valhalla, contorted itself across the land, and then merged into one continuous body with no head and no tail. As it begins to digest Valhalla, an exhausted Odin explains that he has just enough power to strike the creature with one final bolt of lightning. If you magnify his blast with your fabled hammer Mjolnir, it should pierce the massive serpent. You'll run with super speed along the serpent's body. When you hold your hammer high, Odin will strike it with lightning and split Jormungandr open at that point. Then you'll need to continue running along its body until every part of it is destroyed. You can't run over the same section twice, or you'll fall into the already blasted part of the snake. But you can make multiple passes through points where the creature intersects its own body. If you leave any portion unzapped,
You could see this one looks. Oh no, but it looks like it went like this. But see here, it kind of looks like it did it. Oh, so what if we did it backwards? So my this is what Hikaru had made, right? My did I oh I left the other one? Shit.
Here.
Okay, so here, look. So this is the new one. This is the one that we're working on. Okay. Now my understanding of this thing.
If you leave any portion unzapped,
Yeah, you have to. So you can't leave a portion unzapped, which is fine.
Jormungandr will magically regenerate. Odin's last power will be spent, and Valhalla will fall forever. What path can you take to destroy the serpent?
Pause if you want to figure it out yourself. Answer in 3. You need to find a path that runs along the entire body of the serpent. Your path cannot trace the same section of the snake twice. You can, however, cross over your path at intersections. So on here, you can cross the path. On each of these intersections, you can cross the path. Okay. 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 So what we had initially, or what that Hikaru had done over here, where was it? It's this one. Oh no! Not even this one. Look, looks like this. So you start here and you go up this way. You come down here. You come up here. You come down here. Up here. You come down here. And you keep doing this. And that should be the solution. That should be the solution. The only illegal move that I did was the one was a run right here. Okay? But now what I'm thinking is that it's a point of intersection. Is this a point of intersection? And I would argue that it is, in which that means that I can do this maneuver. I can go this way, and all you have to do is just follow like the path of like, least turns, right? You go down here, you go up here, boom and boom, up here, boom and boom, up here, boom and boom. This whole thing seems very mathematic, and I would imagine that there's no like in the equation of let's say this shape, that it's not like +2 in like some weird, it's not like it's not formed that way, that it's like +2 and +3. I would imagine that this can be made in some kind of calculator, and it ends up being like some equation. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician of any sorts, but that is what I think the that is what I think what this solution is. I would love to know. I would love to know though, but I can imagine that Hikaru is getting his chat's being told
Like,
differently.
no, okay. Okay, so that's wrong. Okay. Wait. Okay. So let's see. So like this.
But you see, here you have to kind of start. You have to start a little off edge. You know what I mean? You have to start a little off edge, or even like here, like right here, right? Wouldn't that make sense that you start right here? So then that means that this works. That this works. If I can start right here, then that means that this works. Because there's no section that's not being touched. I think I got it. I'm gonna finish watching the video and see if I actually did, but I think I got it. We gotta watch the next 5 minutes of this and see how it is.
One powerful way to solve problems is to simplify. And in this case, we can focus our attention on the two things that are important for our path: intersections and the stretches of sand between them.
It does count right here. See this code, he even said it as an intersection.
Or, as they're referred to in graph theory, nodes and edges. The edges are important because they're what we need to travel, and the nodes matter because they connect the edges and are where we may need to make choices as we run from edge to edge. This simplification into nodes and edges leaves us with a ubiquitous and important mathematical object known as a graph or network.
See?
We just need to figure out how to
Big
travel
brain,
what
big
mathematicians
brain.
call an Eulerian path, which traces every edge mathematicians call
Wait, what does it say?
or network.
Okay.
We just need to figure out how to travel what mathematicians call an Eulerian path, which traces
Eulerian
every
path.
edge exactly once.
Okay.
Instead of looking at the path as a whole, let's zoom in on a single node. During some moment in your run, you'll enter that node and then exit it. That takes care of two edges. If you enter again, you'll need to exit again too, which requires another pair of edges. So every point along your path will have edges that come in pairs. One edge in each pair will function as entrance, the other as exit. And that means that the number of edges coming out of every node must be even.
Yeah.
There are just two exceptions, the start and end points, where you can exit without entering, or vice versa. If we look at the network formed by the serpent again and number how many edges emerge from each node, a pattern jumps out that fits what we just saw.
Oh, I see.
Every node has an even number of edges emerging from it, except two. So one of these must be the start of your route,
Yes.
and the other the end.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, any connected
See, big fucking brain. Big brain. Did you see where I started? Did you see where I started? And did you see where I ended? Big brain, dude. What do you think? Who do you think I am? You are, bro.
network that has exactly two nodes with an odd number of edges will also contain an Eulerian path. The same is true if there are no nodes with an odd number of edges. In that case, the path starts and ends in the same spot. So knowing that, let's return to our full graph. We can begin by taking care of this edge here. Now we can zigzag back and forth across the whole snake until we reach the end.
See, I knew you
And
could do
that's
that.
just one solution. It helps to be systematic, but
Yes.
you're likely to happen upon many others once you know where to
Yes, I
begin
knew.
and end your run. You hold your hammer high at the opportune moment, and Odin sends the world-saving surge of lightning at you. Then
Okay.
you run like you
Hey. I wanted to go on record. to show you that I was able to do that. Big brain shit. Big brain. Took Hakamura 4 minutes.
Something like this. He's probably right about the starting point. Okay, let me think. If I do this and I go here, here. But see, the problem is I can't. It's like.
All right.
No, this doesn't work either. This and this and this.
So my initial thing for this was like you do something like this. Yeah, you do something like this. And that works as well. That works as well. And I ended at one of the points. That was my initial path that I want to take. And I didn't think that was the right answer either, but you start, and these 2 points need to be the points where you actually started. But yeah, so it goes like this, and like this. It goes like this. It goes like this. Yeah. And that works. That ends up working perfectly fine. And you can't. I can see why you can't start it here. Yeah, you can't really start it anywhere else, because what ends up going to happen is that you have this point here that won't be like these parts. This entire section right here won't be touched. Right? You can't go like that, and you can't do this, because then you come back, right? You can't do this, because then this is right. So, and you can't start in the middle. Maybe you could. Let's see. No, right here. Yeah, right here you wouldn't be able to do it. Okay. Yeah. So this was my solution at the start. This was my solution at the start. I was looking at I was looking at how the way that Hikaru was doing it. And I was like, this is kind of a big brain. Assuming you can make this move, and then you could. So then that works. But my final solution was this one. This is the easier way to do it. Like this. That's the easiest way of doing it, I think. But I don't know, man. All in here, baby. All in here. All in here. All it takes is a little few seconds. All it takes is a little few seconds. And I got it all in here, baby boy. All in here. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll find out some more puzzles to work on.